Okay, joined by Anthony Rainbow, the Ballyboden St Endas manager, looking ahead to Sunday's Dublin Senior 1 football final against Thomas Davis. Anthony, how's preparation going for you so far this week?
Yeah, preparation's going quite well. We trained last night. I suppose the club is very excited to be in the final on Sunday, and preparations are well underway, and everybody in the club is really looking forward to it.
It's obviously a short turnaround between the semi-final and the final, only a week between the two games. Is that a help or a hindrance to yourself?
No, I think it's a help. I think most players would like to play it as soon as possible. I think it's been dragged out over the last couple of weeks, especially with the All-Ireland final, been sort of put back with the replay another 2 weeks. So I think players are eager to get over as soon as possible because all they want to do really is play football.
From your point of view, confidence must be high in the Ballyboden camp because you've been playing good football all year, but the last two wins against Nafina and against St Judes were kind of battling wins. So you must be quite happy with those, sort of a different sort of win for yourselves over the past couple of games, getting you to the final.
Yeah, I suppose if you look at our league results, we've been winning certain games quite comfortably over the last couple of months. It was great to show that we showed true resilience in the last two games to come back from a couple of points down in both games and to win the game eventually. And that is very encouraging in terms of a management point of view, and also from a player's point of view, it's very encouraging for them.
Yeah, and even against St Judes as well, obviously the last day you were 6 points down at half time. Against a team like Judes who are so well organised and so well drilled, it would have been difficult to break those down, but obviously you managed to do that. You'll be quite happy with that performance, especially the second half performance on Saturday evening as well.
Yeah, definitely our second half performance was certainly a big improvement on the first half, and I think a lot of people mightn't have noticed, but there was a huge factor in relation to the win that day, and that helped us with that victory in the second half especially.
This team still has many of the All-Ireland winners, obviously from 2016 in it. How much will that experience count in the final on Sunday?
Yeah, I think experience going into finals is vital. There's just some guys in this team that have maybe 2 or 3 county medals, some are going for their third, and that experience will be key on Sunday.
From your point of view as well, there must be expectation though here in the camp. I mean, going into the game against Thomas Davis, obviously Thomas Davis haven't been in a final since 1991-92 season. There's expectation here that Ballyboden will win this game. How do you kind of maybe keep a lid on that heading into this game?
Look, I think it's very important to keep our feet on the ground. Like if you look at Thomas Davis over the last 2 games, they beat the reigning county champion in Kilmacud in the semi-final and beat him convincingly well by 5 points. They beat Castleknock in the quarter-final by 1 or 2 points. Thomas Davis has done really well over the last 2 years. They won the B Championship last year. They finished mid-table in the league this year. They're a very well organised side. So we're looking at this game as another stepping stone for us, and we're not taking it for granted.
Yeah, what can you expect from Thomas Davis on Sunday?
You're going to expect incredible work rate, as you've seen over the last 2 games. They're a team that play for each other. They're a well organised side. They show true grit and determination in the way they play, and we have to match that on Sunday.
Yeah, you mentioned already, I guess, Thomas Davis have exceeded expectations from some outsiders' point of view at the very least in the last couple of games and all season really, getting out of their group, getting through the quarter-final, getting through the semi-final. I guess that is a warning sign for yourselves heading into this final on Sunday.
It certainly is. Like, we're not taking Thomas Davis for granted. They are a very, very good side, and as I said previously, the last 2 games that they played very, very well. A lot of people will see them as a surprise package this year in terms of the championship, but they're a well organised side, they're a good side, and they really play for each other.
This is a big club, obviously. How important will it be to get big support at Parnell Park on Sunday for this game?
Yeah, support is key. You know, I think there's been a big push in order to get a few buses going to the match on Sunday, and a lot of people there as much as possible. I think we will get that support. There's sort of a big drive, and there's a big supporter within the club to support the team on Sunday.
And finally, you're here at the club, Anthony, about 2 years, coming up this December, 2 years at this stage. How have you found the club? What's your experience at Ballyboden St Endas in the past couple of years?
Yeah, I suppose if you look at the club in general, they're an incredible club. Like, since I've come to the club, this is my second year within the club, it really has opened my eyes in terms of the organisation that's in the club, the good GA people that are in the club, and they're all for Ballyboden. They want to see Ballyboden succeed in every aspect, whether it's hurling or football. A lot of them really get behind the club and the players.